And yes, that's advancing pretty fast, but consciously and spiritually, it's holding us back. Because everyone's putting themselves in boxes and saying, I'm a part of this thing and I'm a part of that thing, and then we don't work together.
No, that's such an important point, and it needs to be drilled into people's heads.
Yeah.
We're distracting ourselves by getting involved in these stupid arguments over stupid things when there's really important issues with the world. And those aren't being addressed. And one of the big ones is, how do you stop people from killing each other? How do you stop war? How do we stop this insane practice of having groups of people go up against groups of people they'd never even met and killing them?
Exactly.
And then we're all okay with this. We talk about how this is normal and this has to be done, and war is ugly and it's unfortunate, but we have to do it. Okay, are you fucking sure? Who's pulling the strings here?
People with $10,000 suits that don't get on the front line. Yeah. They send poor kids and young men and women to die. Yeah. And exactly. And it's all about money.
It's all about money. And Smedley Butler wrote about it in 1933.
War's a racket.
Yeah. And
that's right.
You read that. Read that from 1933, folks. And this was a general who, was he a general?
He was general.
Was his rank? Yeah.
General.
Who was retiring, and he wrote this piece about how he thought he was preserving democracy. He was really just making the place safe for bankers. And it's an ugly business that Eisenhower tried to warn us about in his leaving from office speech.
That's right.
When he stepped down, or when he was no longer the president, he left office and gave a speech about warning about the military-industrial complex and its influence.
He sure did.
And I don't think they knew back then that people would be able to have YouTube and just watch that. And if that's how they did it back then, imagine how good they are at it now.
Oh, man, they're masters at neuroscience. Applying neuroscience to the general population, they are masters at it. And they know how to get into the psyche of a human being, and they know how to turn us against each other, while they themselves chop it all up. Like I always say, there is no Democrat or Republican. It doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is a group of elite oligarchs that torture men, women, and children worldwide. That exists. They capitalize and monetize us, and they put their boot on our neck. But to think that there's left wing and a right wing, I think it's the same bird.
Yeah, it's all just money.
Yeah.
It's all money. And they use social issues, whatever they are, whether it's Christianity or abortion rights or whatever it is. They just use those as like little moves that they put in their little game. And really what it's about is enriching themselves and staying in power. And the best way to stay in power is control narratives and to control influence and make people believe a very specific thing and drill it into their head.